keeping a diary of your feelings, practicing deep breathing, recognizing the factors that trigger your stress, and then talking to a friend. And so those are some things I would recommend for, for yourself as you are navigating that new territory. So let's see. And anyone else that has more questions, say hi when you hop on the live, where you're from, and post any questions that you have about stress, about relaxation, anything that you want to talk about. If you have any other questions, Janet, feel free to put them in there. You might be the only one that's on with me right now, so that's okay too. We're just kind of experimenting around with times and days and see what works for people. Oh, and also, disasters are things that can cause stress, natural disasters, and those things are pretty rare that happen. But the way the news covers it, you would think it happens all the time, everywhere, and everyone died, everyone got sick, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's good media to be running that stuff all the time. I don't know. But let's see. Also, major life changes can be very stressful. And, I thought about making up a huge list of all the different things that can happen, like marriages and deaths in the family, and, starting school or graduating, getting a new job, losing a job, and there's just like a million things that can kind of throw you off, changes in life, things that you weren't expecting to happen, and sometimes they can be really shocking to the system. Even things that some people might consider as, oh yeah, no, that's not that big of a deal or whatever, but sometimes for the body it is a big deal. It's a really big deal. So even happy life changes can be stressful. Weddings, most people think of those as pretty happy occasions, pretty happy things to be glad for and about. But even that can be stressful to the body, because it entails a whole lot of new things to get used to, and I think it's harder as members of the church. Sometimes I feel we're supposed to help others financially when we can before they seek help from their bishop. But is there an end to it? If you want to talk about this for later, I'm okay with that. No, we can talk about it now. Yeah, and I can understand that. I've been on both sides of that fence, being helped, helping people, and being in the church, helping people that their family members either couldn't help them, didn't want to help them, or they just weren't able to. And it can be hard to know, like, when you're helping too much. I think it's so important to be in tune, and that falls back on personal revelation, things like that. But if you're in tune with that, there have been times when I have felt like, yeah, definitely don't sign up to help, or do help this person. And sometimes I think it's kind of our choice, as part of the Lord's kingdom. He blesses those financially with extra resources to help build up the kingdom, to spread the gospel, and to bless the lives of others. And sometimes people do need some financial help, because they absolutely are in a situation, um, a condition that they cannot help themselves. There's no way that they can even do it. But then you also have to consider the line of, okay, well, the whole teaching a man to fish or giving a man a fish. If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And so, I've also had the opportunity to start helping someone that couldn't help themselves at first. And then they started to become reliant on and dependent on, and even felt entitled that everyone should just give them stuff and do everything for them. And, I was helping this person at first, and then I began to recognize that they began enjoying that all these things were being given to them, and they had become capable, and but they didn't want to be. And so, I felt like I needed to withdraw my help from that person, and I did. And they kind of asked me like why I wasn't helping them with stuff all the time anymore, and I just told them, yeah, I think you can do this yourself now, and that's kind of hard too, because nobody wants to be taken advantage of. So I think making it a matter of prayer, definitely, from a spiritual aspect, is very important. We are brothers and sisters, and I think just really trying to point the people that need help in the direction as quickly as possible of self-sufficiency and independence, because I think there are a lot of people, not everyone of course, but I think there are a lot of people that sadly take advantage of certain systems that are intended to help people that are in a situation that they cannot help themselves. And I'm sad to say I know people that have intentionally not even looked for work, not tried to get jobs, because it's easier, they can make more money just filing for unemployment than to go out there and get a job. Or it breaks my heart when I hear about that, because that's not how we're supposed to be. That's not what we're supposed to do, because it's taking advantage of other people, and it's not fair. So yeah, but I think too, sometimes there are people that are blessed with extra finances that they could do more to help. And the love of money, as they say, can be not such a good thing, because there's never enough of it, right? You can never stop wanting to have more and more and more, and you lose sight of the reason why God has blessed you with the extra resources. But God's been very clear about that, and that what his desires are, for us to do with our resources and our gifts, our skills, our talents, to bless the lives of those around us. And so, um, so I'm just going to kind of move on a little bit more with some of the topics, see if that triggers any other questions. Hopefully that kind of helped. Yeah. I mean, even the bishop, he can only help so much too, right? So, so also being bullied can be a big stress for people. And with social media, it seems like it's so easy for people to be mean and to bully people because, you know, you're hiding behind what you think is the anonymity of, you know, your computer screen. You're hiding in your little secret room and you don't think anybody knows who you are, but, you know, people do, and things you do have consequences. Even, you know, there are people out there, trolls out there that, you know, they intentionally go around looking for people to just be mean to. And, you know, you just do it for fun, like a hobby or something. But even though you might enjoy causing damage or harm to somebody else, you're doing the most damage and harm to yourself because you're creating acidity in your body. And, you know, and that's damaging your organs. It damages your brain cells. It damages all kinds of things. And it just makes you more angry and more bitter. And so, you know, things like that. The bully really is the one being hurt even more than the people that they're bullying. And, you know, but then there are a lot of different ways, you know, you confront the bully, everyone stands up to the bully, and then they lose their power, you know, or their perception of power. Usually, bullying comes out of a place of extreme weakness. And so, you know, pray for your enemies, for those that despitefully use you, because them displaying signs of bullying, they're really shouting out to you, I'm extremely damaged and broken inside, and I need help, you know. And so the bigger and the louder the bully, the bigger and the louder the damage, the bigger and louder the pain that they're carrying around inside of them, that they don't want to deal with it or they don't know how to deal with it. And so, you know, it's like, you know, throwing spaghetti noodles on the wall, just throwing and seeing what will stick, and, you know, hoping somebody will help them. But also family problems and relationship difficulties. I mean, I was just on the phone last night talking to someone, and man, they just had the worst thing happen with their family, and you know, it broke my heart for them. You know, I was sad for the person that decided to cause the drama, and sad for the broken relationship that, you know, probably will never be healed during this lifetime. But also sad for the person and their family that the damage was done too directly, you know, and the fallout, and you know, the difficulty of recovery for them and their family. Hope that they will be able to get back